Hey, see matches, oh. Uncle, look at pure water. That one is pure water cow. It looks like a box of matches. What kind of car is that one? Hey, Uncle, this one is flying jet, oh. Hey, Uncle, see that man that passed us, oh. Hey, Uncle, see you.
It's not how fast, but how well. Don't stress yourself because your friends just got married and you haven't.
Or your friend got a car and you haven't. Or your friend got a better paying job than you.
Or you rented a more expensive house than you. Or people you got married before have started giving birth and you are yet to get your own child.
It is not how fast, it is how well. Hey! Ah!
This life is funny. The same people who laugh at you when you begin will still be the one to copy you when you become successful. What is the moral of the story? When your mind is set to do something, maybe starting a business or whatever, sometimes it looks like it's not working. Friends and even relatives may despise and even ridicule you. But don't give up. The beginning of everything is always very tough.
Guess what? The Bible says, do not despise the days of small beginnings, because the Lord rejoices when He sees the work in your hands.
The beginning is always very tough because it looks like you are not making any progress. Maybe you were earning 100,000 naira as salary. Then you started your own business and the money that is coming in is less than 20,000 naira. Sometimes it's discouraging. But the truth about the matter is that you are building something in the background. Before a skyscraper is built, they first do what they call piling. They dig deep into the ground with equal measure of the upward height of the building. And this may take up to 3 years depending on the height of the building. Yet you haven't started seeing anything coming up yet. But when the piling is done, which is the foundation, then the building starts coming up.
Even when the building is being constructed, it doesn't look like the finished picture. It looks ugly.
Very true. Years and years of hard labor, men bending and moving heavy metals, noise everywhere, cement, sand, gravel and dirt everywhere, mud on the floor, millions and even billions being spent, but you can't see anything to show for it yet. And the structure looks useless because you can't sleep inside as there are no doors or windows fixed yet.
And sometimes it is even inhabited by animals and all sorts of creeping things at the moment.
But immediately the building reaches the final stage, then you see a befitting edifice, beautiful to behold, cherished by every passerby. That is what happens when you start a business. Check the beginning of every great brand we know today. Their beginning is always tough. It takes years of hard work and investment before they could hit the success pivot.
When I was a soldier, I remember when I was a soldier. I remember when I was a soldier. I remember when I was a soldier. Hippie-ya-ya, hippie-hippie-ya-ya. Hippie-ya-ya, hippie-hippie-ya-ya. Hippie-ya-ya, hippie-hippie-ya-ya. Hippie-ya-ya, hippie-hippie-ya-ya.
Resources are never enough when you don't know how to manage them. I've seen people with very good paying jobs and year after year they have nothing to show for it. Also, I've seen people with jobs that pay so little but you can see tangible footprints of their progress. This life isn't about what you have. It's about how you can manage what you have. You see someone earning 10,000 naira as salary, then you say, I wish my salary was 15,000 naira. Life would have been much better. But immediately his salary is increased to 15,000 naira, he starts having taste for things he didn't want before. Then he starts wishing his salary was 25,000 naira.
Maybe some people just need education, or they need a mentor to teach them how to manage what they have to get what they want. See, I saw what you did with your ladder and I copied you. Me too, I have climbed up now.
You are very correct. Some people, what they need is someone to mentor them, or someone to challenge them, or even someone they need to learn from. But the truth remains that the human nature has an insatiable taste. We are never satisfied with whatever we have. Our tastes keep increasing. That is why some men end up marrying many wives, because you will always find someone out there who is more attractive than the one at home. Resources are never enough when you don't know how to use them. This life isn't about what you have. It's about how you can manage what you have. You see someone earning 10,000 naira as salary, then he will say, I wish my salary was 15,000 naira, life would have been much better. But immediately his salary is increased to 15,000 naira, he starts having taste for things he didn't want before. Then he starts wishing his salary was 25,000 naira.
Maybe some people just need education, or they need a mentor to teach them how to manage what they have to get what they want. See, I saw what you did with your ladder and I copied you. Me too, I have climbed up now.
You are very correct. Some people, what they need is someone to mentor them, or someone to challenge them, or even someone they need to learn from. But the truth remains that the human nature has an insatiable taste. We are never satisfied with whatever we have. Our tastes keep increasing. That is why some men end up marrying many wives, because you will always find someone out there who is more attractive than the one at home. Resources are never enough when you don't know how to use them.
That's why some politicians keep stealing money and leave the country in a bad shape, because they are scared of getting poor when they leave office, and some of them want to remain in power forever.
Fantastic point. You have to be productive, because when you are not useful to yourself, no matter the amount of money that comes your way, it can't multiply, it will only disappear.
You people are looking at me, Abi. You will not come and find solution to your problem now. Do you need money or you need a husband? You people can call me now. Let me give you my number. 080-419-2277.
Hello. Thank you for stopping by. What you just did illustrates to us what life is all about. One candlestick lights up the rest of other candles and it didn't lose its light. Sometimes in life we find it difficult to lend a helping hand to others, most times because we feel we don't have enough ourselves. But out of the little that we have, there are some who just need a fraction of it and they'll be fine. So if we can lend a helping hand in any little way that we can to the person next to us, it will go a long way. And you don't know the number of people that have been impacted by that single help of yours.
My uncle is trying to be nice, so me, I'm not nice. What he's trying to say is that some of us should remove the super glue on our elbow so that we can be able to stretch our hand. Sure, you people know what they call akagon.
Please ignore him, he's just a kid.
Which one is kid? Sure, you want everybody to like you, Abi. That is why you are behaving as
Like
if
I was saying, it might just be some clothes you've not used for a long time and they are just lying down in your wardrobe or in your box. Or maybe some shoes. It might just be a recharge card or a bag of sachet water for that neighbor. Even a phone call to encourage that friend that is going through crisis. Whatever it is, it will go a long way to help the person next to you and it won't take away what you have. The candlestick that lit others didn't lose its light. And one secret about helping others is that it leaves a genuine smile on our faces.
life is not fair and life is not balanced. Yesterday I went outside to receive fresh air and I saw our neighbor trashing plenty of food that remained overnight. Meanwhile, his gate man did not eat and sleep the previous night too. This life is not balanced. So.
Degree holders earn 50,000 a month and spend about 30k for feeding, transportation and miscellaneous, and he's left with 20k to save. That is if he can save at all. Meanwhile, there are house help who don't even have SSCE who earn 40k a month and they have free accommodation, free food, no transportation. Life is not balanced.
Some people cannot afford education, yet they wish their parents could send them to school. They end up hawking on the streets to fend for themselves. Yet some rich men's children will go to school and end up partying and joining cults, wasting their parents' money and their own time.
In Africa, if you raise your voice against your father, he will give you a gravitational knock on your head that will determine your height in the next 5 years. But in the Western world, kids can even tell their parents to shut up, and their parents can't do nothing about it. Because if you do film, they will tell you, I'll call 911.
In my village, in our house, the cat hustle for their food themselves. They catch rat that is in the house. The one that I see on TV, the rat is their roommate. In fact, the cat is even scared of the rat sef, and they are buying food for that kind of cat. Who can help? See me see trouble, oh. People can't even eat here, and dog and cat are lounging.
Today, once you don't agree that 5G is what is causing coronavirus, some people will tell you Bill Gates has sponsored you to say so. Let's calm down, do some research, and come up with some proof first before we massively conclude on this issue.
Someone said that China pulled down all the 5G masks and they became coronavirus free. This is not true. That video that you saw is a video of some people that were reacting to the same rumor that we are talking about. They just vandalized a few masks that they saw around. China still have 5G masks everywhere. Let's make findings before we get our emotion interwoven with this news.
I am neither for nor against 5G, but people shouldn't expose themselves to coronavirus just because you've heard that 5G is what is causing coronavirus, and because there's no 5G in your area, you feel you don't need to play safe. 5G has non-ionizing radiation. Of course, radiation destroys our cells, and sometimes we come up with tumor, cancer, and so on.
Some people are saying that they have not heard of COVID-19 before. Where did it come from? It is 5G sickness. COVID-19 is an acronym for Coronavirus Disease 2019. It's the combination of CO from corona, VI from virus, D from disease, and 19 from 2019. That is the year that the pandemic started. That is where COVID-19 came from. And coronavirus has been existing long before now. If you check the back of a Dettol container, you will see that they wrote it a long time ago before 5G came around. It's just that this very one now, they don't have any cure for it yet. So if you are saying 5G is what came with coronavirus, you should make your study first. Don't allow all this rumor just captivate your emotion and you don't do your research. Please, we are not saying 5G is not causing something out there. Neither are we nulling your theories or beliefs that have been circulating. We are just saying, please be safe. Don't hear unconfirmed rumor and live a carefree life. Stay safe whether 5G causes coronavirus or not. It's better to be safe than to be sorry.
So why is it that the poor people are the ones that used to have many children? And the rich people, whom even if it comes to taking care of children, they have the money, they would rather want to have just 2 kids.
1 kid, Jare. Which 2 kids?
Yes, in many cases, 1 kid. And from my experience, if you ask some of these people, they will tell you they want to take care of children that they will be able to take care of.
Which one is give birth to children that they will not be able to take care of, when they even have money to take care of 15 children at the same time? They don't want to born children, Jare.
You can't be too sure.
Am I one shot?
I said too sure, not too short.
Anyone apply. People should born children, Jare. Forget taking care of them. Anyhow, they will survive.
That there is not a good idea, I think. I think we should give birth to a number of children that will be able to take care of. Although some people have the love for children, but they don't have the capacity to take care of them. In our last video, we mentioned that life is always not balanced. Sometimes we have love for children, but we don't have enough money to take care of the children.
People can go into partnership now. If you are a poor person and you have plenty children, you can partner with the people that have money.
Another bad idea from our honorable Takpo. It is not that some rich people don't have the ability to have many children. Some don't just want more than 1 or 2. But in some cases, some of them, it's not because that's what they want, but maybe they find it difficult to have children. So maybe after 1 child, they couldn't make more children.
Some people, maybe they were not rich from the beginning, so they just had 1 child, so that village people will not be troubling them about having children. Then along the line, they now have money enough to take care of even 10 children self.
You have a good point there. So at that time, they realized that they can't have any more child because maybe at that time, the woman must have reached her menopause stage. or both of them are already old and have passed the age of having more children. And also in some cases, both the man and the woman are working class and they don't really have time to take care of children because the lady may think pregnancy might affect her career ambition and they end up having just one child.
Or even no children at all. So all the money that they are working for, what will they use it for?
Sometimes when we have this many children and we can't take care of them, they end up on the streets. Like Lagos where we are, I don't think the agbero we see on the streets come from rich families. No one would like to do that kind of job if not that they are pushed to that corner. Even some who are armed robbers, commercial sex workers, fraudsters and many others. But in the same manner, I've seen some families with humble background that gave birth to many children and the parents struggled to send all of them to school and they turn out to be good and well-doing. Should we say thank God for COVID-19 that locked all of us at home and a lot of parents had to reunion with their kids? Grandpa, I saw a picture in the internet where they related a kid of the 80s who was playing outside and the mother had to go and drag him by the ears to come inside. And they related a kid of today who was indoors all through playing with his mobile device and his mom had to come and drag him by the ears to go out and play. So how can you relate parenting of your days and what we have today?
Like you rightly said, in our time, children will play outside, they will play in the street, they will go to the nearest field or playground and play. But today, many factors have changed that. The mobile devices have captured the attention of the children of today.
Meanwhile, that playing outside has health benefits to the children and even to adults. And that's why you see people jogging around early in the morning.
Yes.
Even in my school, sir, we used to do physical education every week, sir. That is why I used to wear those sport wears.
That is right. Another militating factor is insecurity. In our time, whether you are rich or you are poor, all the children will come out in the evening and play together. At times, they won't want to go home. You will see some parents coming to look for their children so that they will go and eat.
I see. Today, insecurity has breached that relationship.
Yes.
We have kidnapping, ritualism. We've heard and even seen many incidents of ritual activities where even adults are victims, let alone the children.
Yes.
Now let's talk about parenting itself. We've seen less and less impact of parents directly on their children. These days, nearly every well-doing home has a nanny or a house help. Alright? So it is the house help that wakes the children in the morning. She bathes the children, she prepares them for school, she feeds them, and either she or the driver takes them to school. Then they are left in the hands of the teachers till afternoon when the school closes. And the house help or the driver has to pick them up again, then comes back home, then she has to be the one to bathe them, feed them again. Then in some cases the lesson teacher comes.
And the parents will come back in the night.
Yes, especially in Lagos where you stay in traffic for hours and you get home at night.
One day, one of our classmates, that's how he said that they used to see their father only once in a month.
And did they say why that is so?
He said he used to travel a lot now.
That is another problem which does not have impact on parenting alone, but also on the family as a whole.
But Grandpa, how do we balance these things? Because if that man doesn't hustle, they will say he's a lazy man and he cannot take care of his family. Yet, when he does, he doesn't have time for the family. What can be done to curb this? Because that kind of a man doesn't have time to monitor the children and carry out his father's role on the children. Tomorrow, if these children turn out to be something else, they will start asking, where did this your attitude come from? Because the people that your children were spending more time with are the nannies, the house help, the drivers, the teachers, and even other children. What makes you think that they will behave like you?
Children of a rich man behaving like a driver.
Takpo, that is a strong phrase.
There is a saying that you cannot throw away the baby with the water bath. We have to balance the situation.
All works and no play makes uncle a dull man.
You won't respect your big head now.
You two are always catapult and stone. Like I was saying, you have to balance work and family. Parenting is not a child's play. So before you make that decision to become a parent, You should know that it takes more than providing money for the family.
The way the whole thing looks, I think it has to do with your own personal way, how you want to handle it. You are the custodian of your kids, not the nannies or teachers.
Parents have to start planning time to hang out with their children, especially weekends. Parents have to start planning time to hang out with their children, especially weekends. In our days, we had time to play during weekends. These days, children learn every day of the week. If they are not learning, they are watching TV. If they are not watching TV, they are playing with their mobile devices. They need something else that will create bond between you and them. As a parent, you need to bond with them instead of you to send them to horse riding lesson and all sorts of lessons.
Welcome again to the show Become a Millionaire in 5 minutes. Our own Takpo is here to play for the sum of 5 million naira in just 5 minutes. Mr. Takpo, what do you intend to do with this money peradventure you become a winner?
What is peradventure? You should be asking me when I become a winner, not peradventure I become a winner.
You are so confident and sure of yourself.
You better be nice to me so that you can get something when I win.
Okay, that's good. No problem. So are you ready?
I was ready even before you people started this show, sir.
Alright, Mr. Takpo. We have 3 lifelines. Ask Google, 50-50, and call a friend.
Please, you are wasting too much time. Please, I want to win this money now.
Alright, no problems. Hope you are comfortable.
No, sir. Come for which table? I didn't come for table. I came to play game. How can I come for table? We have table in my house now.
No, I mean if you are okay.
Okay. Okay, so Krikana. Ha. Do I look like fake to you? Why will you ask if I'm okay? That is if I'm Okrika. I'm not Okrika. I'm original.
I mean, are you fine?
No. You can't find me. I haven't committed any offense now. Why would you find me?
Okay, let's forget about that. Are you ready to play?
Ha! That is not possible. Play, Ken. Can someone play with this kind of opportunity? I can't play. I came to win.
Okay, it's alright. First question is for 50,000 naira. Who was the first president of Nigeria?
Before or after the independence?
After the independence, of course.
Okay. So you want his native name or his English name, sir?
Whichever is fine by you.
Sir, you have to be specific now. Many people were not yet born that time now. How would they know?
Mr. Takpo, you are not answering to the listeners. I am the one to confirm if your answer is correct or not.
So how are we going to know if you are doing partiality or not? Because the way you are doing this thing now, I am beginning to suspect you. It's like you want to steal part of my money.
Mr. Takpo, who was the first president of Nigeria, please?
There were different presidents who had ruled. But is it first president from the north, south, east, or from the west? Which of the first presidents?
I can't tell you that. Wherever he was from, he was the first president.
Okay, so you want his surname first, or his first name first? Well, do you want his surname first, or his first name, sir?
Anyone, please.
Anyone. What did you say?
Mr. Takpo, any of the names is fine.
Do you want me to pronounce it, or you want me to spell it for you, sir?
Pronounce it, please. Loud enough.
Ha! You want me to be shouting. So why didn't you tell me to come with a loudspeaker now? Since I'm coming here to do crusade.
Wait, I will pronounce the name so that I can hear and the people listening to you too can hear clearly.
You know, because of my accent now, the way I may pronounce it might sound different in your ear. Are you sure you don't want me to spell it?
Okay, that's fine. Spell it.
Okay. You want it to be spelled in capital letter or in small letter? Which one is better for you?
Anyone is fine.
Or what if I write it down? You know, when I write it down, that one is like permanent. They used to say that the shortest pen is better than the longest memory. When somebody writes something down, it is better that way because at any time you can come and see it. But when somebody says something, it's like you are pouring dust in the air. You know, when someone pour powder in the air, the powder will just disappear. You will not know where it go again. So that is what it is when you are writing something down and someone that is saying it with the mouth. If somebody writes something down, you know that the person has stored in memory. The memory is better. When you send a girl a recharge card and she uses it to call her other boyfriend, she uses it to gist with all her friends and make video call to keep herself busy because of the quarantine. Then by the time she remembers that you were the one that sent her the recharge card, then she doesn't have money again to call you. Then she flashes you to call her so that she can thank you for the recharge card. What are you?
They call that a dumbfounded April Fool. When a girl asks you for school fees, money for handout, money for cream, money to make her hair, money to buy Mary Kay, money for clubbing, money to buy shoes and bag, money to pay for cab, but she saves your number as plumber, what are you?
Like a concocted April Fool. When all your friends come around, whenever they know that you have collected salary, they take them out to drink. They suggest the newest and happening club and restaurants in town, so you can go there and spend all your salary. What are you?
You are a formatic April Fool. They have formatted your brain. When you buy the latest iPhone, the latest handbag, the recent shoes, you wear the latest Ankara fashion style, you buy the most expensive human hair, but by the 10th of the month your salary has finished. You are even borrowing money from colleagues, friends, and even neighbors to buy lunch at work for the rest of the month, yet you are squatting with someone. What are you?
You are a liability April Fool. When your salary is 1.3 million naira per annum and you are living in an apartment of 900,000 per annum just to measure up with others, what are you?
You are a quadratic April Fool. When they increase your salary by 20% and you add an additional girlfriend to yourself, what are you?
You are an oscillatory April Fool. An oscillation is a to and fro movement that always comes back to an initial state. Village people have stolen your bets. You need to go for what they call oceanic deliverance. When you are living in a compound that everyone has a prepared meter, yet your landlord is always coming to your house to iron his shirt, what are you called?
You are a captivated April Fool. When you are working and your girlfriend is not working, yet you buy her the latest iPhone and you yourself you are using a Techno phone, what are you?
You are a manipulated April Fool. That is what they call a mumu button. The button that she uses to press you is in the phone that you bought for her. When you are working and you are buying all the latest designers for your girlfriend, yet you buy your own clothes only on Christmas time, what are you?
You are a traditional April Fool. When your wife is not working and you that is working, your salary is 30k and you are giving birth to children like chicken used to lay eggs, what are you?
You are an alleviated April Fool. When your parents are poor and they manage to send you to school so that you'll be educated to help yourself and to assist them when they are getting old, yet you go there and mingle with cultists, clubbing and womanizing up and down in the campus, what are you?
You are a village people April Fool. You need to buy kaikai and a spotless black hen with 9 inches wattle to go and appease the ancestors. When you were born a man but you decided to change yourself to a woman for whatever reason best known to you, what are you?
You are a Bobrisky April Fool.